Join us, join us. Ụtụtụ ọma nụ Biafrans, good morning. Ụtụtụ ọma nụ Biafrans, good morning, good morning, good morning. Join us live. Please, if you come in, share, like and share. Ụtụtụ ọma nụ from my location, good morning from here. Please, where are you watching us from? Indicate in the comment section. KBC wene ahunyo onyonyo a. Anywhere you are watching us from all around the world, I welcome you this morning, afternoon or night, depending on your location, depending your zone. Yes, a quick one. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, do that. I'm not reaching you from the studio. We are going to come into the studio later to do some talkings and do some analysis on the issues at hand. The issues that are very much important to us as a people. The issues that are dear to our hearts. And the issues that is pressing the Nigerian government neck at this time. So we'll come to the studio to do that later. But this morning, Biafrans, if you saw what happened in the court yesterday, good morning, Roslyn. Roslyn, good morning from here. You are watching from Italy, I think. I got your message. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Yes, if you watched the shenanigan that happened in the court yesterday, and if you saw our leader's disposure, our leader Martin and the Kano's disposal, you as a Biafran, you should be very much worried. Not only being worried, you should be very much concerned as well. You should be very much concerned. And if you are the kind of person that is hot-tempered, you'll be boiling inside you. You really feel bad inside you because of what is happening to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The man that you saw yesterday is not only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is the leader of over 80 million people all over the world. The man you saw yesterday is the man who is fearless, courageous, never gives up in what he believes in. Compare our leader that you saw yesterday compare our disposure to that of 2017. His demeanor this time around and that of 2017 is totally different. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you saw yesterday is not the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that each and every one of us knows. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we know is a lion when he roars. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na-enwe ebube. Whenever he enters anywhere, that aura, that dignified personality, that posture of his that draws the attention and gives courage to people, that is who he is. The man that you saw yesterday is the man who since 2012 has been consistently talking to you as Nigerians, talking to you as Biafrans, that the plans of the evil one against you is to take over your land. So the man that you saw yesterday is a bit different from the man that we saw or that we know between 2012 to 2021. That is to show you what the Nigerian government have been trying to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is also to show you what they have done, what they have achieved in doing to our leader, Obatobie, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I saw yesterday looked very, very sick. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I saw yesterday, his demeanor, he looked very, very worried. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I saw yesterday is not happy. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I saw yesterday is very, very sad. Sad in the sense that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been held since 2021, and there has not been any concrete action apart from the action that the Biafran people under the Biafran Republic government in exile have taken in making sure that every Monday we are sitting at home for him. Apart from the fact that the Biafran Republic government in exile are fighting diplomatic war with Nigeria in the international community. Apart from the fact that the BRGIE media are creating awareness for the continued detention, harassment, intimidation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Apart from that, there is no concrete action that is being taken by the people in the homeland against the Nigerian government for holding our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no concrete action that you Biafrans in the homeland have taken against Nigeria for holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I want to call out the people from Abia State, Afaruku Ibeku, from the princely kingdom where our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out from. You people have not demonstrated the love for your prince. You have not decided to shut down Nigeria or shut down Abia State just for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's sake. And I call on the population. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking for everybody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for everybody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never segregating against anybody. The only thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood against is intimidation, is harassment, is killings, its subjugation, its lack of industrialization, industries, and all the rest of it, lack of good governance. That has been what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has stood against. So every indigenous person, first of all from Abia State, should be very, very ashamed of him or herself, those of you in the homeland, for not rising up to the occasion to fight for your prince, the prince of Afaruku Ibeku kingdom that the Nigerian government have held hostage since 2021. The kingdom Afaruku Ibeku, from where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes from, you people should be very much ashamed of yourself for not going to government house, Abia State, to shut it down and demand that that place can never be opened unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes back. Unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. These are some of the actions that people from Abia State should have taken against their own government, first of all, before against the federal government of Nigeria. It is quite unfortunate and very, very sad that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from your kingdom, Afaruku Ibeku, is a prince. His father died as a result of this agitation, and your prince has been held for 4 good years out of his kingdom, and you people have not taken any concrete action against Governor Oti. First of all, Governor Oti, first of all, you have not taken any concrete action against Governor Oti for not insisting on the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then before we can walk to Abuja and talk about his release. First of all, I say, Ane Sinono, Amarama, Wepowama. You start from your home to demonstrate how pained, how worried, how angered that you are about the continued detention of our leader before you can now extend it to Abuja. You people should be very, very ashamed of yourself. And I want to also use this medium to tell Governor Oti he should be very much ashamed of himself as well, considering the position of Abia State in that contraption called Nigeria. A prince in your own kingdom, a prince in your place, was kidnapped, bro. Not that he committed any crime. He was kidnapped from Kenya because he was fighting for your people. He was fighting for you. He was fighting for the betterment of everyone. The same thing that he was kidnapped for was the same thing that Sunday Igboho was doing. But Sunday Igboho's people rallied around him, and he has been released, enjoying his life. Then you, as a governor of Abia State, you are trying to tell us you are a good governor. How can you be a good governor when your house is on fire? How can you want people to praise you when you have not done things that people need to praise you for? Let me tell you, no matter what you do in Abia State, no matter even if you build Dubai in Abia State, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention, you have done absolutely nothing, because that is the prince of the land. That is the only number one priority that should ginger you to release him and to fight for him. I mean Governor Oti. I am just starting from Abia State. The politicians from Abia State, all of them, equity gas chamber, from A to Z. Every one of them, they have disappointed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All this manamaniru, Ugwampitenazu. Each and every one of them, they have not lived up to expectation from Abia State I'm talking about. Then I come to those who call themselves elders, Nde Iberibe. Elders Arurana, all the chiefs, the Igwes, the Ezes from Afaruku Ibek, from the whole of Abia State. All of you should be ashamed of yourselves. You should cover your faces in shame. You are not worthy to lead your people. You are not worthy to be called an Eze or Igwe or PG. Anything that you think you are in Abia State, you don't merit it. Yes, if your subject can be held against his wish, even when he committed no crime, and you are going about your normal duties, you are not worried, you are not angered, you are going about doing your business, then you are not worthy to be the ruler or the head in that community. Then come to Biafra land. It is very, very unfortunate and very, very heartbreaking that while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was here with us, a lot of people associated with him. While our leader was visiting communities, both the hinterland and the coastal regions of Biafra, a lot of Ezes, a lot of people associated with him and what he stands for. What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand for, or what does he stand for? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand for a free Biafra nation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for your freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands against subjugation, against slavery, against intimidation, and against harassment. This is what our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always stood for. And the entire Igbo race, the entire Biafrans love him. Or you pretended to love him. All of you pretended to love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They pretended to support what his cause is. They pretended to deceive the people that you stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The marginalization, the subjugation, the harassment, the intimidation. We'll be thinking that, oh, anyị nwere ndị eze, anyị nwere ndị Igbo, anyị nwere ndị nwa n'ala Igbo that support the Biafran cause. Since 2021, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped. And look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. There has not been any concrete thing, action, that all these ndị eze, ndị Igwe, PGs, politicians from the southeast, there has not been any concrete action that has been taken against the Nigerian state for detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. None whatsoever. Even to speak for his release, none of them are speaking about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. None of them are talking about the atrocity of the Nigerian government state against the Biafran people. None. Every one of you are keeping quiet. Every one of you are afraid to speak. You are afraid to talk. You are afraid to talk while you are romancing with Nigeria, while you are enjoying your criminality in Nigeria. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that actually was there because of you and for me, that was actually there for our benefit. Every one of you have left Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to his fate. The politician from the southeast, from A to Z, there is none, not even any near Baribe that was seen, even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was here with us. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always supported any near Baribe. Our leader have always supported any near Abaribe trying to convince Biafran that, oh, Enyinnea Baribe is one of us, that he can speak for a Biafran cause. Where is Enyinnea Baribe today? Enyinnea Baribe is now one of the arch enemies of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So all these politicians from the southeastern part of Biafra land, including you that is not a politician, oh, including you that are businessmen and women, come from Biafra extraction. You feel the pain of your people, including every one of you that, oh, you know that Nigeria is marginalizing the Igbo. We are not the same people. They are killing us in the north. They are doing this to our properties in Lagos. And they don't want us to be in Nigeria. They don't want us to be president. They don't want our land to be, developed. They don't want to give us light. They don't want to give us industry, including all of you that are saying all these things. After saying all these things, have you supported the cause for which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being held today? The answer is no. So all of you are the problem. All of you are the problem. You saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday in the court. Does Mazi Nnamdi Kanu look healthy to you? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yirigi onye arụ dị ọfụma ọfụma. I'm asking all these politicians. I'm asking you as a Biafran from the southeastern part of Biafra. I'm asking you, Gibo onye Igbo, Gibo onye Ijo, Gibo onye Ishekiri, Gibo onye Urobo, Gibo onye Usoko. I'm asking if and every one of you that is a Biafran, you saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday from the courts. Does our leader look healthy? Does he look happy compared to the leader that you know before 2021? Compare that to the leader you know in 2017 that was roaring in the courts whenever he goes to the court. And I want you to know that the reason why they kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS is to control him emotionally, to destroy his psyche. And the Nigerian government are doing exceptionally well on that. But it is really a shame, and very, very shameful and disgraceful, that the Igbo race don't know what they have in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Igbo race are not doing actually anything to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go to those who are in the Senate House. All of them are a bunch of criminals and bunch of Fulani stooges. Go to those in the rep house. All of them are stooges of the caliphate. Go to those that are in the national assemblies, in the state assemblies, in the local government councils and counties. All of them are a bunch of criminals and iflefus. These are the people who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanted a better life for. They thought that their better life ends in Nigeria. That is why what concerns Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not concern them. They are going about their normal businesses. Biafrans, does Mazi Nnamdi Kanu look healthy to you? You that saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday. I want you to know that our race, the Igbo race, the Nigerian government are trying to humble the Igbo race. You think that it is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What you see in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the entirety of the Igbo community, of the Igbo race. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents. The humiliation, the intimidation, the harassment that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is receiving every Igbo man, every Biafran. This is the harassment. This is the intimidation that is covering you as well. Ihe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-agabiga. Ihe a bụ ihe ndị Biafra niile all over the world na-agabiga. Nigeria have demonstrated to you that you are nothing. Enweghị ihe eji unu wee kpara. There is absolutely nothing that you can tell me as an Igbo man that iwukwa nka iwu nke ọzọ. Oh, you are this, you are that, you are this, you are that. You are the elders of tomorrow. You are you hold Nigeria. You are not holding any Nigeria. Yes, I have to tell you that. The Igbo race is not holding any Nigeria. Ndeji Nigeria unde Fulani na nde Yoruba. Don't tell me because we are under commerce. Oh, we control the economy. We do this. Therefore, if that you control the economy, why have the Igbo race not demonstrated that they control the economy of Nigeria, that they control what happens in Nigeria? Why have they not put that in practice? By telling the Nigerian government to go to hell if they can't release Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Why? I buy a burono. Look at how the Igbo race have dominated everywhere all around the world. Everywhere all around that contraption called Nigeria. But how you go on we are just a number for nothing. Number for nothing. I don't know how we got to this stage. Amahom at this time that our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, OHAMADIKE one of Biafra land, has been held in detention for 4 good years, 4 solid years, and no concrete action has been taken by the Igbo race to free him from detention. LSOT is in Abia State. LSOT cannot galvanize the whole southeastern governors to call this spade a spade, to tell them that enough is enough. We must free Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. We must reclaim our dignity as a race that is respected and demonstrate to the Nigerian government that yes, not by you in Nigeria, that anything I decide happens in that contraption called Nigeria. Are you telling me that a less OT cannot call Soludo, cannot call Hope Osodinjo, cannot call every other Igbo man that is in political position and tell them that in here we disgrace to our race, Kobo, that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu with Sunday Igboho at the same time Kejidere Hanabo. But Sunday Igboho, where is Sunday Igboho today? Sunday Igboho is enjoying his life. Sunday Igboho is enjoying his life. Sunday Igboho can travel to Nigeria, can travel to anywhere all around the world. No harassment, no intimidation. Look at Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, an Igbo man that we say we control the economy of Nigeria. On the Igbo, anybody kwuru ihe ahụ n'akụkụ m ngwere aka jụwapụ ara. If anybody comes to tell me that, oh, Igbo, we are dominating Nigeria, we are in control of Nigeria economy, I will spit on that person's face. You control the Nigeria economy, and so what? And so what? That our leader, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, is being humiliated in the Nigerian courts. And these people who flaunt their wealth, who want us to believe that they have it all, they can control whatever, are not rising up to free Maazị Nnamdi Kanu from detention. And you want to tell me that, oh, you are this, you are that. You are nothing. We are absolutely nothing. We are nothing before the Nigerian people. We are nothing. We are nothing. So nobody should come and start telling me, oh, we control this, we control that, and so what? And so fucking what? You saw Maazị Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, didn't you? Does Maazị Nnamdi Kanu look healthy? Does Maazị Nnamdi Kanu look happy? I'm asking you. Ana m ajụ unu, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike one a na-atụ egwu ya as at 2017, you dare not. You dare not speak to Maazị Nnamdi Kanu anyhow without Biafrans eating you raw. Look at how the Nigerian government are playing with the emotions of our leader, playing with over 80 million people's lives. And you say you are the leaders, you are the kingmakers, you na control the economy. Nke a wụ Bikubana, nke a wụ KC, nke a wụ E-Money, nke a wụ Zenko, nke a wụ nke a wụkwa nke ọzọ. And so fucking what? If all of you are not Sabo, if all these people are actually Ndi Igbo, do you think that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu will still be in detention? I doubt. I doubt all these people that we have in Biafran land, that all of them are Igbo people. I doubt. Both the ones that you say they are billionaires, both the ones you say they are millionaires, and all the rest of them. I doubt, including those who are in political positions in power. I doubt whether all these people are really Biafrans, are really Igbos. I doubt. Because, oh my God, it pains my heart to see the lion himself walking like an antelope in the court. And what people can come out to say is start talking rubbish, start speaking jargon from their mouth. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu this, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, court to this, court to that. And just like our APM said yesterday, yeah, I think it's high time. It's high time. It's high time the legal team of our leader, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, declare their position in this case. I think I really buy the idea. I really support what our APM, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, said yesterday. It is high time they declare their position, because it seems the legal team are not truthful to our leader, and they are not truthful to the Biafran people. We don't know whether the legal team are having anything accord with the Nigerian people. I mean the prosecutors of our leader's case. Yes. Even yesterday, when one of them, Maswell, was trying to say the truth, they were trying to pin him. They were trying to be touching him to tell him, no, don't say this, don't say this. Fucking what? Why? When will you people stop being afraid? Kembono Gako say if they are afraid of saying the truth. Eh? The Hausa people, the Fulanis will stay before the bandits and pay ransom to them and have meetings, have accord with them, discuss with them, negotiate with them on the air. Nobody is going to intimidate them. Only for you to say the truth about the position that Maazị Nnamdi Kanu stand for. You all are afraid. Every one of them. Aloy Ejimako cannot put at his age, at your age, what are you looking for again? That you cannot stand and say that this is a Biafran nation. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu wants a Biafran nation, and he is being prosecuted because of fighting for Biafran nation. You people cannot say it. You'll be romancing words. You'll be romancing words, afraid to say the truth. If you say the truth, you die. You don't say the truth, you die. So why can't you make a choice? Choose either to die as a coward or die as a hero. This case, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu case, the whole world knows about it. Everybody knows the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there detained in Nigeria, because he is fighting for Biafra. And you that is defending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are defending Biafra. So why not you stand on that principle that you are defending Biafra? You are not defending Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a Nigerian. And let me even let them know, understand that once you say that you are defending Biafra, that will even give them, it will give shivers. It will send shivers up their spine. They will even be afraid to even touch you, because they know that anything that happens to you, people will know that it's because of your stand on Biafra that made Nigerian government to take you out. But these people don't see it. You have children, you have grandchildren, yet you are afraid to speak the truth at your age. In a paint, you paint. This is very, very unfortunate and very, very sad. So if you saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, will you tell me that you are happy to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in that situation and in that position when he has not committed any crime? And the Igbo race is quiet. Those in the homeland, ndị nọ na Lagos a na-ezuzugharị, ndị nọ na Abuja a na-etozugharị. Those in the southern eastern part of Biafra anọ n'ọkwanụ na-emumugharị. They don't know that the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is their own freedom. You don't understand what is playing out. Nigerian government want to humble the Igbo race. That is actually what is playing out. And they are doing that in the best of their ability. Why the Igbo race are sheepishly magmaroing all around them, not knowing what to do. The time to rise up now is now. The time to call a spade is now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs everybody at this time. We need to come together right now and tell Nigeria to hell with it, that enough is enough. This is what we should be doing. Romance Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have contributed immensely for us to get to this stage, for our freedom. We must have to fight for his freedom. And you can't fight for his freedom when you go to the Senate House and somebody is telling you, moving a motion for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, and you are telling that person that, oh, this is not how to do it. This is not when to do it. There will be an appropriate time for that. You must be a very useless, idiotic, and stupid Igbo man for saying that. You must be. Soludo on Anambra State na-ezuzugharị. Ifeanyi Mba anọdụ na nke ya. Hope Uzodimma. These are the people who never wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. You know all this. All of you knows all this. And you are not doing anything about it. Amakwa mma Igbo nwezikwara ndị a na-akpọ elders na Igbo bikonu. Na ihe nke a gbukwara mmadụ ike o. This thing is really worrisome. Oh. So Nigeria can humiliate us like this. Na anyị tokwara atọ. Anyị abakwana one chance. Oh. Anyị abakwana one chance. The Nigerian government can humiliate the whole Igbo race like this. And there is no consequences for their action. No consequences at all. It is very, very sad. So Biafrans, I want you to understand it is time for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not happy where he is today. He can never be happy. But we understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows the reason why he is there. He's fighting for our freedom. Yes, we understand that. But we that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for their freedom, we also have to fight for his own freedom. And how do we do that? By supporting the cause that is going to free him. Yes. by supporting the cause that is going to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only way we can fight for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And for those of you who are telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out before you can support the freedom, you people are a disgrace. You are a disgrace to the Igbo race. You are a disgrace to your generation. You are a disgrace to this generation that you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. How? You want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out how before you can support what we are doing? Before you can support what Biafran Republic government in exile is doing? It is very, very sad. Very, very sad that this is happening in our own time. Very, very unfortunate. So Biafrans, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs our help. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs our help. We need to destroy Nigeria from Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. We don't know how many times, I don't know how many times we have to tell our people this. All the very, very sad that a lot of us who would have done more than we are doing, we are handicapped financially, because at this moment what is needed is finance. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need, what we need for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out is ego. There is nothing again. Ego. Because you cannot go to Nigerian DSS and just take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out like that. No. Even if we can do that, we have to finance and plan how to do that. And what does that entail? Ego. Money, money, money. The Biafran Defense Forces are in the homeland. Over 100,000 men under arms. How many people are donating for their upkeep, for their logistics, for their feeding self? How many people are donating? So how do you want the government? How is government going to do magic? How is Ogechukwu Nkere going to do magic when you are not donating for the Biafran Defense Forces to do the needful? Even if you want the Biafran Defense Forces to go and hold all these people accountable for the atrocity that they are committing, how is the Biafran Defense Forces going to do that? Are they going to do that with an empty hand? So all this thing boils down to money. Men, we have men to fight for Biafra. We have men that can free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under 1 week. Under 1 week. What they need is the logistics. Here need the way go. Kajikoro material haja, so that they can be able to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the Igbo's intelligentsia, all these people not in political position, they don't want to bring the money. All these people who are millionaires and billionaires, they don't want to bring the money. So how are we going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if we don't support the Biafran Defense Forces? Because all the actions that the Biafran Defense Forces take against Nigeria that can be able to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No two ways about that. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. Oburu here, the lawyers are men a court ka ga-eji release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So onye obula na-enekwa anya, if you are looking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released by the activities of Ejimako or Maswell, you are fuckingly wasting your time. You are fucking wasting your time. The activities of all these men is not what is going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know whether I don't know how we are going to educate our people on this. We missed our prime minister. And I don't know what our government is doing for this radio in the homeland so that we can be able to create this awareness. Our people need to be aware of what the situation is. Our people need to be aware of what the situation is. And why our APM was telling the lawyers to be mindful of your utterances is because their actions and activities and utterances, they have to guide it. If you are representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you should know that you are representing Biafra. You talk Biafra. You stand your ground. Are they going to prosecute all of you for standing? Where in the world have fighting for your freedom been a crime? That is why our APM is telling the lawyers to be mindful of what they are talking about. If you are representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are representing Biafra. You talk Biafra, not Nigeria. So I want Biafrans to know that it is not the actions of the lawyers that is going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. It is the action that we outside have taken. It is the action that the Biafran Defense Forces have taken in the homeland that will release our leader. Why the actions of the Biafran Republic government in Ezra diplomatically? In fact, the diplomatic aspect is for the recognition of Biafra. I want Biafrans to understand why our APM is going to Washington, D.C. Okay? In as much as our APM is pressing for the release of our leader and our prime minister, their main job is diplomatic. Creating an awareness, lobbying the senators to accept Biafra, to recognize Biafra, to even to accept that Biafra need to exist. That is the main job that the lobbyists, the attorneys are doing in Washington, D.C. The real cocoa should be in Biafra land, where you have the Biafran army, the Biafran Defense Forces. If they have all the tools that they need, what they should be doing now is government hands Umuahia, Anodinoko, government hands Owerri, Anodinoko, everywhere now born. That is the only thing that can force the Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not all this adjournment today, adjournment tomorrow, or the English that Jumako or Maxwell is speaking. No! Not that English. Nobody. That English is meant for the law court there. That law court there. Once they speak that English in the law court and come out, that English ends there. It doesn't leave the four walls of that courtroom. What will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the Biafran Defense Forces, their actions, and that action can only take place if you are supporting the BDF financially. Finance is what is needed at this particular time so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. So if you know that you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be out, then key in and support the Biafran Defense Forces. This is the only solution for Nigerian government to leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want us to remember, let me refresh our mind back in 2017. In 2017, that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was released from detention from Kuje prison. Our leader was not released by Ejiofo. Our leader was not released by the lawyers then, whether you call them senior advocate or and all the rest of them. Our leader was not released by the politicians. Neither was it the governors or the senators. Nobody released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people that forced the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the like of Stompolo, Niger Delta Avengers. Our leader said it categorically clear. How did they do that? They went to the high sea. They held the ship hostage and told the Nigerian government they can only release this ship, or they will even burn it to ashes, and the occupants, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released in the next court section. That is the only way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gained his freedom in 2017. In other words, if the Avengers did not take that upon themselves, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been in detention up to this moment. So what now made you? During those days, you still have lawyers, so na-ebughari file, na-asụgharịgo oyibo, ha ga court, na-eme adjournment, eme nke eme echi, na-ebughari court, na-agagharị ka ụmụ ihe a. You still have lawyers like Ifeanyi Ejiofor for them. So when you look at those scenarios, think that it is the lawyers that release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. It is the Niger Delta Avengers. Their action in the high sea, their action against the oil resources in Biafran territory that they were blowing up here and there. And Nigerian government afuna nka kariala biati. Nigerian government now have to succumb to the demand of the Niger Delta Avengers. So why do you now think? How do you now think that they went to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu only for Ejimako English to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? It's not going to happen. And besides, I want us to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fell in the bad books of Southeast politicians. First of all, Umahi is still alive. Hope Uzodinjo is still alive. Mwike is still alive. Obiano is still alive. Ojuzo Kanu. All these politicians that have come across Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since 2012 to date, all of them are still very much alive. Ha ma ihe ha gabigara n'aka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ha ma ha otu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so kpọọ ihe iyi. Ha ma ihe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kwuru maka ha. Now ka ha ji Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na their law court. So ndị asocha na ndị si release kwara Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is only the action that the Biafran people take against these people and against the resources of Nigeria that can release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Outside that, onye ọbụla no anywhere na asị gị na, oh, maybe next court section. If they want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on next court session, it will only come from the orders of the United States. The actions of BRGIE in United States. Obrukwa maka oyibo amaswell na ejimako na asu na law court. That oyibo can even imprison Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more. I am telling you, because hasuruga nenu, hasuruga nana. Ihe anyị na-achọ ahụhụ English, ihe anyị na-achọ ka let them understand where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for Biafra. They should be speaking Biafra English in the law court, not Nigeria English, not trying to paint the words, not trying to be politically correct. Politically correctness cannot bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under Nigeria grammar. It is not going to happen. So, what am I trying to say? I want us to rise up and understand that the Igbo race is being humiliated. Number one, I want us to understand that we have all it takes to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from detention. Number two. Number three, I want us to understand that the focus of the Biafran Republic government in exile, in as much as they are canvassing for the release of our leader and our prime minister, their focus is also diplomatically for the recognition of Biafra. Number four, I want us to understand that the Biafran Defense Forces have all that it takes to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow. And it all boils on each and every one of us, how we are supporting this freedom. Number six, lastly, I want us to understand that English of these lawyers in the law court is not going to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu eventually is that amunye na ọkụ na government house Aba Umuahia. Amụnyere ọkụ na Iko House. Amụnyere ọkụ na Enugu. All those places ọkụ. That is when everywhere is going up in flames. Oh my God. Ọwụ mmadụ ga-agba Tinubu or all these governors ji Maazị Nnamdi Kanu that agwọ dị n'akịrịka. Nobody will tell them. They will start, begging for leniency. I am telling you. But ọ bụrụkwa na anyị pụọ in the morning na asụ oyibo, in the night anyị abata asụ oyibo, Nigeria is not going to release Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. And when we talk about Nigeria, it's not Tinubu. Tinubu may be having hand in that. A Yoruba man, Shewere, have come out to tell you categorically clear that ọ bụrụ na ndị Igbo chọrọ ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu pụta, nekwa ndị ji Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ọ ndị Igbo ji Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ọwụ Tinubu. Ọ bụghị Tinubu ji Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Hope Uzodimma, Nwike, Ugwuanyi, Umahi, Soludo, Oti, Mba, Abaribe, all these southeastern senators, representatives, ndị oshi na ndị amasị na ha nọ na political position nọ na southeast. These are the people who are responsible for the continued detention of our leader, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. They are. And the reason ihere anaghị eme ha, they are not ashamed of themselves. They are not ashamed of themselves, considering the fact that in Nigeria you have 3 major tribes. The Fulani have now taken the Hausa tribe over. You dare not hold a Fulani man in detention more than 24 hours in that evil contraption. The Fulani man have demonstrated that even the terrorists that we are talking of Christian persecution. Who are those persecuting the Christians? Is it not the Fulanis? Who are the Fulani using? Is it not the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, the ISIS, the Fulani herdsmen? These are the people they are using to persecute us, but they are also protecting these people that they are using to persecute you. The Fulani have demonstrated that they own Nigeria. They can do anything. They can kill you today, and tomorrow they come out and say they are not the one who killed you. Before your very eyes, you can see them negotiating with the terrorists that are killing people. Before your very eyes, you can see them having meetings. You can see terrorists walking freely on communities. And the Nigerian government are not doing anything about it. The Yorubas are there. You can see what is happening in Yoruba land. You see what, even at that, the Yorubas are united to free Sunday Igboho. The Yorubas can be bold to talk to Nigeria anyhow they want to. This is the second tribe. Then our own tribe, the Igbo tribe, they are disunited because of money, because of position, because of power, because of influence. The Fulani Jihanor, that is why they cannot unanimously come together to free Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Because to them, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is their problem. You saw what happened in Senate House. Even a senator, a representative was raising motion for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu's case to be discussed. A fellow Igbo Efulefu was trying to shut him down for speaking for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. And who is the presiding Senate rep leader? Fulani man. The Fulani man was shouting down on the motion to release your brother. And you people are not annoyed. You people cannot rise up and say the enough it's enough in that rep house, either red chamber or black chamber or blue chamber, whatever chamber they call it. You people, the Biafrans, cannot rise up. The Igbo people cannot rise up and say no. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu issue must be discussed. We want him freed. He has been there for 4 years. No Fulani man have been held for 4 years. Abba Kyari, where is he? Sunday Igboho, is he not working freely? So why can't you people rise up and demand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released? Or even his issue being treated before you people can sit down in the Senate chamber. Ndi Iberibe, you love money and hated your brother because of money. Because of money, you don't want to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because of contract, therefore your brother should languish in cell, your brother should die, and your people should go to hell because of the money you are going to make from the Nigerian government. Are you really serious? Issue of the Panunda Mabikono. Because of money, because of contract, the Nigerian government is going to award to you. Because of your position as a deputy Senate speaker or whatever it is called. Therefore, your brother that have been held since 2024, Ekutokwe in Senate House, all of you cannot rise up unanimously and tell the speaker, whatever that man is, that no, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need justice. He need to be released. None of you can do that. The only person that was speaking about it, you people cannot even support him. All of you are hiding. After what that useless man that come from Abia State say he's the deputy speaker, the only thing he can say is, my lord, because my guinea, okay, we are going to present it in another day, in a better way. What is a better way of presenting the issue of life and death? In Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, what is a better way of producing it or preparing it or presenting it before the Senate House? What is a better way of doing that? What is wrong with our people? What is wrong with our people? Cannot rise up and defend your brother. Defend your brother before the Fulani. Because Fulani no do there. Every one of you are afraid to speak because Fulani is there. Is Fulani your creator or Fulani Jindoge? You people say that we are in a secular state, that you have equal right in Nigeria. Abi, why they not have demonstrated that they are your owners? The Yorubas are demonstrated that how are the second in command. Uno one or the third in command though. You people cannot unanimously come together and stand your ground to fight for your freedom, to fight for the freedom of your brother who has been held for 4 good years. Very, very shameful. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very shameful. Very, very unfortunate. And it's very, very sad that all these things are happening. To erase that say they are the best in the world, the most populous race. Oh, we are all over the world. And so fucking what? We are all over the world. We have this in Nigeria. We occupy it. And so fucking what? Have you put that thing into practice? If actually we are all over Nigeria and we control this, have we demonstrated that we are all over, that we control this and control that? I want to let us know, majority of the people in the north, north, most of the Biafrans in the north are not China Mandausa. Most of them no Ndausa Momu Eba and I see Igbo. So you can't call them 100% Biafrans. The same thing applies to all over that Nigeria. Some are Luchana Yoruba, na Momu Yoruba. You can't have Igbo. because their children will be behaving like their fathers or their mothers as well. They will share two threats. Ha ga-share two DNA. Ha were nke a na nke mpa ha, were nke a na nke mma ha. Ifo ha jụọ oyi ka ice water. They cannot reason properly. It is only those that their father is Igbo, their mother is Igbo, genuinely, that you can now tell me that yes, these people are the people that you can say that they are the real Igbo blood, not all these ones that are born in the north. Not them, no. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his health situation is deteriorating. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs our support. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs our support. Ndị Biafra. Biafrans, Igbo. When I say Igbo, whether you are Ishekiri, you are Urobo, you are Efiko, you are Anango, you are Igbo, you are Izong, Isoko Urobo, you are all Igbo. So whenever I say Igbo, I want us to remember that Igbo comprises not only Igbo speaking Biafrans. So this is the time for us to rise up. Biafrans, let us rise up, especially if you have what it takes to support this freedom. Let us rise up and free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our leader is not healthy in that detention. Our leader is not feeling well in that detention. Our leader is disappointed in what is happening. Our leader knows what is happening. The IPOB Nigeria Limited, our leader is not relying on them. I want you to know that. The only people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking up to is you that is supporting Biafran Republic government in exile. As a matter of fact, our leader knows that Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku is still held in Finland. And the reason why Nigeria Ajiwe Jide Simon, Jide Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, can destroy our freedom. Our leader knows all this. So it is only the action and later followed Simon Ekpa. It is only the action I take that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from where he is today. That action we take will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want us to know that. The actions that we are taking at this time is the only thing that will release our leader from detention. And that action can only be taken through the Biafran Defense Forces. They are the army of Biafra. And that action will make sure that Nigeria never breed in our land. We cannot allow Nigeria to continue to exist in Biafran territory. As long as Nigeria have a free way to move around in Biafran territory, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will remain in detention unless the powers that be in Washington, D.C. gives Nigeria sanctions that can be able to force them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Outside that, ọbụghị aka ka eji akpụ nna ma eje ụmụ ahịa. Ọbụghị aka iji ka eji akpụ nna ma eje ụmụ ahịa. Ụmụ Biafra, ụmụ Igbo, rise yano up. If you know somebody that can help this government, that can help our freedom, make that contact now. If you know somebody, if you have contact of all these Igbo billionaires that are billionaires for mouth, their brother and humiliate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na Abuja, Habiana as billionaires and millionaires. If you have contact of them, you tag them in most of these broadcasts so that Uche Habata, let their minds come back. Let them get their mind back, because most of them have lost their mind through the food that Nda Hausa Fulani na-enye ha na-eri. They no longer reason like Biafrans. This is what I have to tell you people this morning, because I am heartbroken. I am heartbroken and very, very sad that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu OHAMADIKE 1, that we all saw in 2017 that was roaring like a lion in the court of the oppressor, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now walking like an antelope in the court. Our leader is now even finding it difficult to find its voice, to speak. This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that each and every one of us knows what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can do when he entered the enemy's camp. Our leader is now looking very pale because the Nigerian government have been trying to make sure that they break his courage. That is what the Nigerian government are doing. They want to break Mazi Nnamdi Kanu guts. That is what they are doing. And you that is a Biafran, you are helping them to achieve that objective. Why and how? The reason why I say this is because none of you are supporting the government of Biafra that is actually now fighting for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because it is the action that the government is taking against the Nigerian government that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So if you don't support the government, how is the government going to function? As you all understand, our government, we are the people who are funding the Liberation Army. Not that we have much. Or with 50 AJ, 500 AJ, 50 AJ, 1,000 AJ, or 500 AJ. Is it the only thing that we can use to free our people? And it is only very few people that are even making these donations with our APM. So, Oburunanyi, the richest race, how can we not demonstrate how rich we are? Only in America. When our leader was here, our leader was saying only the people in America can free Biafran people from slavery in Nigeria. Now, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, those people Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Kuruna in America, how many of them are donating to our freedom? How many of them are supporting what we are doing? How many of them want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be freed? The only thing the Igbo WIC, what Igbo Congress are doing, is to establish bank in America. Not a hamburger in America. Neri pizza in America. Why their people are dying in the homeland? Why their brother is in detention? Why their brother is humiliated? They cannot bring that money to free their land. They cannot support the Biafran Defense Forces to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and free Biafra land. No, they prefer hamburger and pizza in America. They prefer to build mansions. They prefer to make party. They prefer to live large in America, while their communities and the mansions that they built in their various communities, nobody is living in it. Where their communities lack pipe-borne water, why their communities lack good roads, their communities lack development, their communities lack infrastructure. But what they are so concerned about in doing in America is pizza, eating pizza and hamburger and cheeseburger and all the rest of them. Isi na ndị a n'ishi dị ha mma. Isi na ndị a ṅụjuru mmiri ara nne ha afọ. It is quite unfortunate and very, very sad that these people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, the reason why Okike put you in such a place and blessed you in such a manner is for you to help for the freedom of your people at this particular time. This is the time that the Biafran people needs people in America, in UK, people who are doing exceptionally well, who have the money. This is the time you are needed to support the freedom of your people. As a matter of fact, freedom n'aka. Because if the Biafran Defense Forces have all they need to function at this time, bet you me, in the next 1 week, we are going to be free from Nigeria. But because they don't have it, because it is only a very few people that are donating for this freedom, that is why it's taking a longer time. It's taking long, and it's going to take much longer if we don't come out now and support our freedom. Very, very sad. It's quite unfortunate. Ichekicha ndị odogwu nọ n'ala Igbo. Ichekicha ndị odogwu a na-anụ aha ha anụ. Consider the people, the caliber of men and women that we have in Biafra land. Consider the caliber of women and men that we have in America. Consider the caliber of technocrats, engineers, doctors that we have all over the world. And when you meet them, most of them, they say they want Nigeria. Nigeria needs to be disintegrated. They speak all manner of English. It's not about speaking English. It's putting that into practice. They speak English and speak English and speak English. After speaking English, no action. No action whatsoever. And their people are still dying. The issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have demonstrated the lackluster attitude of the Igbo intelligentsias, the politicians, the political elites, the billionaires and the millionaires. Of course, they say they have nothing to lose. Well, you have a point. You have nothing to lose. But to me, you have everything to lose. Ezigbo afa ka ego. Good names are better than riches. As an Igbo intelligentsia, as a man who have made so much money, as a man who can contribute for the freedom of your people, and you did not do anything, you are not contributing. That name, that good name can never come to you. Your riches means nothing to us. Because if you cannot use it for the benefit of your people, look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Look at where he is in the minds of every Igbo man, every Biafran. Is there any Biafran in this planet Earth, in this 21st century, no matter anywhere you are living all around the world, that don't know about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? It is only children that are still growing up that have not read about it, but they will read about him in the nearest future. But anybody that is above 18 at this time, in this world, in this jet age, and this computer age, don't hear about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then that person is living in another planet. And why is it possible? It's because of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. That good name that we are talking about. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was against slavery, was against subjugation, intimidation, harassment of the Biafran people. He spoke out and people embraced him. People embraced what he was doing, what he was saying. I even gave his life for Biafran people. He even standing for the Biafran nation up to tomorrow. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be emulated. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name will reverberate till eternity for his singular act to free his people from Nigerian government stronghold. So you that is a Biafran, you have all the money in the whole world. You buy companies, you build properties, you build houses, you buy cars and you enjoy yourself, and you cannot even have a leftover to support the freedom of your people. You carry women, you go to hotel, you do this, you do that. After everything, your land is not safe. After everything, the Fulanis are still holding your people hostage. After everything, your land is not free. Then you must be very, very foolish. You must be very, very useless. And that is why good names are better than riches. I want us to have a rethink. If you saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, I want you to know that our leader is heartbroken. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not happy. He is disappointed in what is playing out in his case. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is aware that the Prime Minister is not here. But even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is aware that Ogechukwu Nkere is doing enough. He knows that the government of Biafra is still trying. And the government of Biafra will do more if we have financial support. At this time, money is everything. It is money that is needed to fund the defense of our land. It is money that is needed to fund the liberation of our land. It is money that is also needed for the recognition of Biafra. So everything boils to money. So all of you that have what it takes to fund this liberation, and you are giving us 50 ejemma or 50 eje or 10 eje, 10 ejemma, oh my God. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. I hope Chukwu Okike Abiama can bless people like us. Yes, I have to say that, so that we can be able to donate and free our people. Because the reason why we are fighting all this is for our children, not to also engage into this fight that we are fighting. Let me tell you, if you are watching and you are here, you don't know that if you are not free, now your children will remain slaves forever. That is why we must be free now, so that our children may be free for eternity. Very, very important. So I will do everything. If it is on this media, that is at least, that is the little I can contribute, I will continue to do that. Create that awareness. Let it be my own contribution. But if you have what it takes to support our freedom, don't hesitate to do that. Ụmụ Chineke ekene m unu. Ya dịkwara anyị na mma n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị gbuo n'aka nri anyị ga-egbute. Anyị gbuo n'aka ekpe anyị ga-egbute. Later in today, we are going to come online and allow people to make their contributions about what they saw in the last court section of our leader. But one thing I want to tell us is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not happy. He can never be happy, I know. But this time around, you can see his demeanor. You can see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is heartbroken. The reason why he is heartbroken is because upon all the multitude of Biafrans, of Ndi Igbo, in that contraption called Nigeria, there have not been any concrete action that have been taken against Nigeria to free him. Every day na-asụ oyibo. Every day na-asụ oyibo. Every day na-asụ oyibo. Oyibo ga-free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ụmụ Chineke, the time to rise up and change tactics is now. What our leader needs from you, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs from you now, is to support BRGIE, to fund BDF. Because our leader knows that the action of BDF will force Nigeria to release him. We are waiting for Ejimako English and the Maxwell English to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to wait eternity. But we are getting there. Our APM and BRGIE is doing the needful, and in no distant time, maybe Washington, D.C. may be forced to act on our leader's case. And then he may breathe a fresh air. But before then, Biafrans, this is an appeal to you that is watching. Try and support for the freedom of our leader. Support the Biafran Republic government in exile. Support the BDF. These are the only avenues and ways Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can be freed. Remember in 2017, how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was freed. We have to replicate that. so that our leader will be free for us. I appreciate Mazin Nandekano, and I say stand very strong. We are still doing our best to make sure that you are free. Nothing will happen to you. By God's special grace, we do all that we can to free you from there. I also appreciate our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekwanjoko, for what he's doing for us. I say the same thing to you. Stand strong. We are coming. You will be free as well. I appreciate the Biafran Defense Forces. I know the task is very, very enormous and tedious. And you need defense fund. You need fund to execute your projects. Biafrans, let us support the BDF for them to liberate our land. I appreciate our APM Ogechukwu. His continued visit to Washington, D.C. is paying off. Maazi Jisike, anyị kwụghị n'azụ. Chukwu okike abịa ma ga-agba gị ume. I appreciate my information minister, Maazi Sonny Aparawa, ezigbote nwa Biafra ka ị bụ, the Okokondem of our time, and the Biafra media team, BRGIE media, all the wonderful men and women. I appreciate you for what you are doing for our freedom. Please, let us increase. Let us increase our reportage. Let us increase whatever we are doing for this freedom to come. Let us increase whatever we are doing. Very, very important. Let us like, share articles that will get to places that will force the zoo to release our leader. Very, very important. And I appreciate everybody who is supporting BDF, who is supporting our BRGIE, and donating for our freedom. And God bless each and every one of you, as I'll be signing out from my location for now. See you next time. Bye from here.